Uruguay 1930s. Uruguay establishes itself as football's first true powerhouse by winning the inaugural FIFA World Cup in 1930. The host nation defeats Argentina 4-2 in front of 93,000 fans in Montevideo, completing a dominant run that mirrors their Olympic success in 1924 and 1928. Across both tournaments, Uruguay concedes just 3 goals, relying on high pressing and compact midfield play, ahead of its time tactically. Their golden generation includes Pedro Sea, who scores in both the 1928 Olympic final and 1930 World Cup final. Uruguay goes unbeaten in 18 straight international matches during this stretch, setting an early benchmark for consistency on the world stage. But tensions with Europe soon sour the momentum. After European nations refused to travel to South America in 1930, Uruguay boycotts the 1934 tournament in protest, walking away from their own reign at the top. Their absence opens the door for a new dominant force to emerge. Hungary, 1950s. Hungary's golden team redefines international football in the early 1950s, going on a 31-match unbeaten run from 1950 to 1954. Known as the Mighty Magyars, they dismantle traditional powers with a revolutionary tactical system that blends fluid movement, false nines, and positional rotation. Their most iconic moment comes at Wembley in 1953, where they defeat England 6-3, the first time a non-British team beats England on home soil. Ferenc Puskás leads the charge, scoring 84 goals in just 85 international appearances. Alongside Sandor Kocsis and Nandor Hidekuti, Hungary averages over 3.5 goals per match across this era. But the fairy tale collapses in the 1954 World Cup final. Hungary takes an early 2-0 lead against West Germany, only to lose 3-2 in what becomes known as the Miracle of Bern. That shock defeat ends Hungary's golden run and leaves one of the greatest teams in history without a World Cup title. Brazil 1970. Brazil's 1970 World Cup team is often described as the greatest in history, and the numbers back it up. Led by Pelé, who becomes the first and only player to win 3 World Cups, the squad storms through the tournament in Mexico with flair and firepower. They score 19 goals in just 6 matches, including a 4-1 demolition of Italy in the final. Jairzinho finds the net in every game, while Tostão and Rivellino orchestrate a fluid attacking system that overwhelms opponents. Brazil's movement, passing and confidence on the ball usher in a new era of global admiration. The team's final goal, Carlos Alberto's thundering finish after a 9-pass move, is still replayed as a symbol of football perfection. That 1970 squad cements Brazil's identity as the spiritual home of the sport and the standard against which all other dynasties are measured. Ajax 1971 to 1973. From 1971 to 1973, Ajax Amsterdam doesn't just win. They transform how football is played. The Dutch club lifts 3 consecutive European Cups, defeating Panathinaikos, Inter Milan, and Juventus in back-to-back finals. Under manager Rinus Michels and later Stefan Kovacs, Ajax pioneers total football, a fluid tactical system where players interchange roles seamlessly without breaking shape. At the heart of the system is Johan Cruyff. In the 1971-72 season, he scores 33 goals across all competitions while also serving as a roaming playmaker. Ajax wins the Dutch League, the KNVB Cup, and the European Cup that year, completing a rare continental treble with style. Their dominance reshapes the game. Within a decade, national teams and elite clubs across Europe adopt elements of total football, setting the tactical groundwork for modern pressing systems and possession play. Liverpool, 1977 to 1984. Between 1977 and 1984, Liverpool FC emerges as the most dominant force in European football. The club captures 4 European Cups in just 8 seasons, defeating Borussia Mönchengladbach, Club Brugge, Real Madrid, and Roma in the finals. Under Bob Paisley, who takes over from Bill Shankly in 1974, Liverpool becomes a continental powerhouse, winning 20 major trophies during his tenure alone. In 1984, under Joe Fagan, Liverpool wins a historic treble, the league title, the League Cup, and the European Cup. That final, against Roma in their home stadium, ends 1-1 before Liverpool holds their nerve in the penalty shootout. It marks their fourth European title and cements their dominance across 2 decades. Their style, often described as pass and move, combines technical efficiency with ruthless composure. Players like Kenny Dalglish, Graham Souness, and Ian Rush define an era of understated control and relentless success. The legacy of this period still shapes Liverpool's identity today. AC Milan, 1988 to 1994. From 1988 to 1994, AC Milan becomes the benchmark for dominance in both Italy and Europe. Under Arrigo Sacchi and later Fabio Capello, the club captures 5 Serie A titles and 3 European Cups, including back-to-back triumphs in 1989 and 1990. The team's success is driven by a tactical revolution: pressing high, moving as a unit, and maintaining shape without the ball. At the heart of this machine is the iconic Dutch trio, Ruud Gullit, Frank Rijkaard, and Marco van Basten. Their blend of power, intelligence, and technical brilliance redefines how foreign players impact Italian football. Milan's 4-0 demolition of Barcelona in the 1994 Champions League final, without key starters, remains one of the greatest tactical performances in history. Between 1991 and 1993, Milan also goes 58 league matches unbeaten, a Serie A record. The run exemplifies Capello's ruthless consistency, built on Franco Baresi's defense and Paolo Maldini's emerging leadership. As the club moves into the late 90s, the standard they set becomes the one every European side tries to match. France, 1998 to 2000. France seizes global dominance between 1998 and 2000, capturing the World Cup on home soil and the European Championship 2 years later. In the 1998 final, they dismantled Brazil 3-0, with Zinedine Zidane scoring twice from corners in the first half. It's France's first ever World Cup, and it transforms the national team into a symbol of modern multicultural unity. Coach Aimé Jacquet retires immediately after lifting the trophy, having been widely criticised before the tournament. His successor, Roger Lemaire, guides the team through Euro 2000, where they beat Italy 2-1 in extra time thanks to David Trezeguet's golden goal. With back-to-back titles, France becomes the first team to hold both the World Cup and the Euros since West Germany in the 1970s. The squad blends raw talent and tactical discipline, featuring Didier Deschamps, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, and Lilian Thuram, all in support of Zidane's creative genius. France's brief but dominant run alters perceptions of the national team and sets the foundation for its next golden era nearly 2 decades later. Brazil 2002. Brazil returns to global supremacy at the 2002 World Cup, claiming its 5th title with a flawless run. Ronaldo leads the charge, scoring 8 goals, including both in the 2-0 final win over Germany and earning the Golden Boot after recovering from career-threatening knee injuries. The final in Yokohama marks Brazil's first ever World Cup victory over Germany, capping a tournament dominated by the flair and firepower of its attack. Ronaldinho announces himself on the world stage with a 40-yard lobbed free kick over David Seaman to eliminate England in the quarterfinals. Rivaldo contributes 5 goals, combining with Ronaldo and Ronaldinho to form the feared 3 R's trio, an attacking force unmatched in that era. Brazil wins all 7 matches, scoring 18 goals and conceding just 4. This title erases the memory of the 1998 final loss and cements Brazil's status as the most successful national team in history. The 2002 squad blends Samba style with tactical structure, setting the bar for flair-driven dominance in the modern game. Arsenal Invincibles 2003 to 2004. Arsenal complete the 2003 to 2004 Premier League season without losing a single match. 26 wins, 12 draws, 0 defeats. The historic run earns them the nickname the Invincibles, a feat not achieved in English football since Preston North End in 1889. Arsène Wenger's side finishes with 90 points and a plus 47 goal difference, sealing the title with 4 games to spare. Thierry Henry leads the charge with 30 league goals, his 2nd Golden Boot in a row. The midfield, anchored by Patrick Vieira and boosted by the creativity of Robert Pires and Freddie Ljungberg, controls possession in nearly every match. The defence, led by Sol Campbell and Kolo Touré, concedes just 26 goals in 38 games. Arsenal's unbeaten streak stretches to 49 games across 2 seasons, a Premier League record that still stands. The title cements Wenger's legacy as a visionary manager, and the Golden Premier League trophy becomes a symbol of perfection. Spain, 2008 to 2012. Spain wins 3 consecutive major tournaments: Euro 2008, World Cup 2010, and Euro 2012, becoming the first national team to achieve the feat. Over that span, they play 19 knockout matches and win all of them without conceding a single goal past the quarter-final stage. Across the 3 tournaments, Spain allows just 6 goals total. Their dominance is built around possession football and midfield control. Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta post tournament pass completion rates over 90%, dictating tempo with relentless precision. Supported by Sergio Busquets and a rotating forward line of David Villa, Fernando Torres and Cesc Fabregas, Spain's tiki-taka system overwhelms opponents. The golden era peaks with a 4-0 win over Italy in the Euro 2012 final. Spain finishes that period with a 35-game unbeaten streak, the longest in national team history at the time, and redefines how modern football is played at the international level. Barcelona 2009 to 2011. Under Pep Guardiola, Barcelona redefines club football, winning 14 trophies in 4 seasons from 2008 to 2012, including 2 Champions League titles and 3 La Liga crowns. The peak comes between 2009 and 2011, when the team fuses elite pressing, positional discipline, and short passing mastery into what becomes known as tiki-taka. Lionel Messi, then just 23, scores 53 goals in the 2010-11 season, leading a front line that includes David Villa and Pedro. Xavi and Iniesta dominate the midfield with metronomic control, while Busquets anchors the system with tactical intelligence. In the 2011 Champions League final at Wembley, they defeat Manchester United 3-1 with 63% possession and 12 total shots on target. Sir Alex Ferguson calls it the best team I've ever faced. Barcelona's dominance not only wins trophies, it alters how clubs around the world think about space, movement, and the purpose of possession. Germany, 2014. Germany's 2014 World Cup campaign peaks with the most infamous result in modern tournament history: a 7-1 demolition of Brazil in the semi-final, played in Belo Horizonte. They score 5 goals in the opening 29 minutes, with Toni Kroos netting twice in just 69 seconds. It's Brazil's worst ever defeat and a moment that stuns the football world. Miroslav Klose scores his 16th World Cup goal in that match, surpassing Ronaldo to become the tournament's all-time leading scorer. In the final, Mario Götze comes off the bench to score an extra-time winner against Argentina, sealing Germany's 4th World Cup title with a 1-0 victory. The team finishes the tournament with 6 straight wins and 18 total goals. It's the culmination of a decade-long rebuild focused on youth development, data analysis, and tactical discipline, setting the benchmark for national teams in the modern era. Real Madrid 2016 to 2018. Real Madrid becomes the first club to win 3 straight Champions League titles in the modern era, lifting the trophy in 2016, 2017, and 2018. Under first-time manager Zinedine Zidane, they defeat Atletico Madrid on penalties, Juventus 4-1, and Liverpool 3-1 in 3 consecutive finals. Each run features standout individual performances, but the team's dominance stems from cohesion and depth. Cristiano Ronaldo scores 16, 12, and 15 goals respectively across those campaigns, leading the UCL scoring charts each year. Sergio Ramos, as captain, anchors the defense and scores in key knockout matches, including the 2016 final. The core squad, featuring Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and Marcelo, combines experience with relentless consistency. The streak marks a golden chapter in club history and elevates Zidane into the elite ranks of football managers overnight. Manchester City 2017 to 2023. Pep Guardiola transforms Manchester City into a statistical juggernaut, winning 5 Premier League titles in 6 seasons between 2017 and 2023. The dominance begins with the 2017-18 campaign, when City becomes the first English top-flight team to hit 100 points in a season, scoring 106 goals and finishing 19 points clear. Their high press, positional play, and relentless depth overwhelm domestic rivals. City's tactical supremacy extends beyond the league. In 2023, they win the treble, Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League, matching a feat only achieved once before in English football. That same season, they break multiple metrics: highest expected goals (XG), most successful passes, and record average possession per game. Erling Haaland alone scores 52 goals across all competitions. Guardiola's side doesn't just win, they rewrite how winning looks. The treble cements their era, and the data proves it. Juventus 2012 to 2020. Juventus begins its modern dynasty in 2012 by winning Serie A under Antonio Conte, kicking off a streak of 9 consecutive league titles that dominates Italian football through 2020. Their success hinges on defensive consistency, with Gianluigi Buffon and Giorgio Chiellini anchoring the backline through multiple coaching changes and tactical shifts. Midfield control from players like Pirlo, Marchisio, and later Pjanic helps the team grind out narrow wins. In 2018, Juventus shocks world football by signing Cristiano Ronaldo from Real Madrid for €100 million, the most expensive transfer in Serie A history at the time. The move pays off in global attention and commercial revenue, but not in European silverware, as Juve crashes out early in multiple Champions League campaigns. Meanwhile, controversial VAR decisions throughout the decade fuel accusations of referee favoritism, especially from Napoli, Roma, and Inter. Despite growing criticism and European frustrations, Juventus remains the unquestioned ruler of Italian football for nearly a decade. The fall of the dynasty begins just as Inter resurges and Ronaldo eventually departs.